Hello, I'm Annette Young and welcome back to our daily coverage of the action at the World Cup, and I'm joined by our sports editor, James Fazina. Hello, James.
Hello, Annette. Plenty of things to talk about today. Ruben Slachter joins us as well in studio. Very nice shirt, Ruben, to start with.
Thank you.
I'm not sure mine would fit me if I still tried to wear it from back
yeah,
there.
well, France is playing, so let's at least have a little nod to the golden age.
The golden age, indeed. If they can bring it back, we'll come back to France in just a few minutes' time. So much to talk about, as mentioned. Before we get into the latest results, we've got some off-pitch action to begin with. Just a few hours ago, confirmed that Tunisia have sacked their manager just a day after their first game. They were beaten 5-1 by Sweden in their opening game, and the team have wasted no time to make amends. Sabri Lamouchi is out just 6 months after he was appointed in January. And the man to replace him is Hervé Renard, the Frenchman who previously coached Saudi Arabia, led them to that infamous win against Argentina. That was at the last World Cup. He's also been very successful at the Africa Cup of Nations. This make it the third time that he'll be coaching a national team. The Federation have said that he's at least appointed until the remainder of the tournament. A little bit of Ruben assurance then from them. But is this the right move to make?
We'll see. I don't believe it, but it shows a lot about the problems the Tunisian Football Federation has at the moment.
Problems that didn't start just at the World Cup.
No, I mean the last AFCONs were very disappointing as well. So I think there's also a generation issue. They should have started earlier with new talents. We know Tunisia is a big football country, a lot of very passionate fans, but the results are not following. So yeah, there's a bit of a how do you say it? They are very afraid after that first loss. So they were looking for an emergency solution. We know that Hervé Renard delivers in general, but I don't see them winning against Japan or the Netherlands.
It's a very tough place indeed to come into here. Tunisia, who won only just one game under now their previous manager coming into this. Do you think they're maybe hoping for something? I mean, we cover the Africa Cup of Nations a lot, and we saw this happen with Ivory Coast not that long ago, and a fantasy, tale that happened for them. Is that something they're hoping for right now? Or is it just a matter of not making too much, softening the blow in a way?
Yeah, maybe. I think they still will hope that there will be a miracle, of course. But yeah, it's not realistic, of course. So we'll just see what Hervé Renard will change. How can he change so much in 4 or 5 days? It will be anyone's guess, but yeah, it's a new one. I mean, last World Cup we didn't have a manager already sacked a head coach during the tournament, so.
Freak situation. I mean, as you say, Japan, Netherlands to come up seems so difficult to just come, take a squad and try and make it perform. We've had coverage also of the Iranian side that began well ahead of the World Cup. That due to relations and issues with the United States. Well, Iran have put all that side to the side. They seemed undisturbed as they twice came from behind to equalise against New Zealand. Great teamwork from both teams as the All Whites opened the score in the 7th minute. Elijah Just scoring in the opening minutes of either half. Ramin Rezaian and Mohamed Mohebi cancelling out his 2 efforts there as they drew 2-2 in Los Angeles. Now, their manager, Amir Galanoy, says that his side is the most oppressed team in the World Cup as his players flew back to their training camp in Mexico immediately after their game. They're banned from staying any longer in the United States. Iran have to then travel to and from Tijuana for each of their group games.
And neither side took advantage of the other draw that happened earlier in Group G.
Unfortunately, weren't able to really, could have come out, on top in the group, but that indeed didn't happen. All sides are tied in Group G. Belgium and Egypt finished 1 apiece. Belgium, who were in real trouble after Imam Ashur's opener, and they were saved by Romelu Lukaku, who came on as a substitute in the second half and forced Mohamed Mahani to an own goal. 20 minutes coming on, but all sides, as you can see, they're equal with a point each. Ruben, is this fair to say this was down to bad luck for Belgium at all?
No. Egypt played well. We were discussing it yesterday here with Emily, and we were talking about Egypt, that we were hoping that they were showing a bit of the Egyptian magic, and especially offensively. And luckily they did. The latest AFCONs, we saw them almost defend all the time. And now they really combined the talent they had up front. Marmoush was having a great game, a lot better even than Mohamed Salah. A great goal. Belgium in defense was very, very poor, we have to say.
We knew that was going to perhaps be one of the weaker sides.
Yeah, well, I was surprised by how bad it was, to be honest, because there were many, many opportunities. They could have won it, Belgium, in the end, because, yeah, of course, they have up front, they still have a lot of talent. But I also have to say that Jeremy Doku and Leandro Trossard, two big stars of the Premier League, who were expecting a lot of them, they underperformed as well. I think that the draw was a fair result.
Jeremy Doku, who you put in one of your
Yeah,
possibly
yeah.
top performers of the World Cup. It's only the beginning.
I remember also putting in Thibaut Courtois, who made two big mistakes already yesterday. So just to say how unpredictable it is, which is also nice about this tournament, because nobody would have foreseen all teams on 1 point after one game. So
Absolutely. Well, it's surprising. It does seem Egypt have yet to actually win a game at the World Cup. 7 times African champions, and that seems so surprising. They've never yet, though, managed to get more than a point then in the tournaments ever.
Now let's take a look at all of the latest results in Group H. Also 2 draws. Saudi Arabia held on against Uruguay, and a shocker from Cape Verde, the Blue Sharks drawing against one of the big favourites of the tournament, Spain, who were unable, it seemed, to find the net throughout.
A big shock that was. I mean, nobody saw that one coming. If you'd have thought that they were going to draw, we had this coming in as something of a 10-0 result it could have been, but no, Cape Verde leave with a point against La Roja in their first ever appearance at the World Cup. We've seen them perform well before in international tournaments, so watch out what could happen for them coming next, but huge pride for the national team, including their goalkeeper Vozinha. Here he is.
We do this with passion, with love, because we are from small country with little bit condition. And our qualification was very difficult also in the group with Cameroon, Libya and Cameroon. But we know if we work and if we follow the plan of the coach, we had a great chance to qualify. Today the dream come true. We compete against Spain, and it's one of the best national team in the world. And we are very, very happy, very proud of all of the players, all the people from Cape Verde.
Incredibly proud, no surprise. Is this one of we've debated a lot about, the new format, 48 teams. Seeing Cape Verde upset Spain, is this one of the good things about the new format?
Yeah, teams are proving right now that 48 teams, there are 48 strong teams, more or less. We have a few teams that we can question if they should be there, but if Cape Verde can manage to make a draw against Spain, then 48 teams is there are enough good teams. So we were discussing before going on stage that we were saying, let's say 20 years ago, every team wanted to play the Asian teams in the World Cup, and now there's 6
because they thought it would be the easy way out.
The weaker links in the tournament. But if you now look, the 6 Asian teams played, there were already 6 Asian teams that played already their games, and none of them lost until now. So you can see that the level is becoming higher all over the world. So yeah, the FIFA proved themselves right by having 48 teams. The whole issue is, of course, the setup of the tournament, when a third team can go through, and that will also force teams to play more defensively. And the big teams, there's no pressure on them to really perform. And that, you have to say, we saw it with Spain yesterday.
Because more are going to come through the group stage that aren't. But Spain, you say, are not under pressure to perform. I mean, we knew Cape Verde coming into this, they were going to defend for their lives coming into it. 74% possession, though, for Spain. 8 shots on target, nothing coming out of it. Was this down to, we had late changes? Lamal coming in like late on. We knew, of course, because of his injury and all, but it was crisis situation. They had to get him in.
Yeah, the issue for Spain is that they have a plan A, and that's it. And the plan A is that they have 11 fantastic technicians. But the problem is, of course, that if Yamal and Nico Williams are not playing, there is no speed and there is no decisive player up front. So if those two are not there, we've now seen it. There is no one who can finish the job. So yeah, they will just have to hope that they will come back on 100%. We don't know, but what we saw yesterday, and I think that also their Cape Verde did it very cleverly. The moment Lamine Yamal came on, there were 2 or 3 guys straight on him. And if you're a bit injured, you're not going to take any risk after that. We already saw when Lamine Yamal was coming on, it changed the whole game because everything was dangerous what he did. But he was also still playing at 60, 70%.
And we saw just how important they were to the side there yesterday. Well, it's time to take a closer look at what's coming up today. Here are the 4 fixtures to look forward to. France begin their campaign as they're to take on Senegal in their opening game. Iraq face Norway. Group J, it's Argentina versus Algeria and Austria versus Jordan. France, one of the favourites, considered at least one of the favourites. But, Ruben, going to put this to you after we've just spoken about Spain. Is Didier Deschamps going to unleash his attacking power?
Let's hope. But France-Senegal, historic game, of course, 2002.
2002, where they lost in the opening game at the World Cup.
And then Senegal were the newcomers. It was a debut that was one of the biggest shocks in World Cup history, in my opinion. Now it's different. They come in as AFCON winners or not, but okay, let's not start that discussion.
Finalists, let's say.
Let's call them finalists. This Senegal team is very good, and this France team is also very good. Let's just hope that we were just discussing it, that they won't neutralize each other, because they know that with a draw that will suit them both. I hope that France will want to lay down a mark for the whole tournament. They have all this firepower up front. Maybe there's a 2002 baby a bit in the back of the minds of Didier Deschamps.
Many of them were not born at this point, so maybe it's for the players at least. They're fresh.
I would say the coaching staff with Didier Deschamps, who was connected to their team, of course, in the time. But let's just hope for a fantastic game, because we're all looking forward to such a clash between two great teams.
Absolutely, 9 p.m. Paris time happening over here. Well, the squad have left their HQ in Boston, arrived in New Jersey, where they're training. We've heard from the manager, who, when asked by a Spanish journalist in the latest press conference whether France were favourites, here's what he had to say.
That's very kind of you to ask me that question, especially since you're Spanish and that the Spanish consider us to be the World Cup favourites. If there is one team that's the favourite above all others, it's Spain. So I hope your French colleagues will ask the same questions.
Huge possibility. Annette, you want to come in?
Yes, I just have a question for Ruben, because basically I've just done an interview with a German economist who, since 2014, you might have heard of him, Joachim Clement, who predicts, and he's got a 100% success rate since 2014, that it's your team, the Netherlands, which he's saying is going to win the World Cup.
Yeah, I'm very happy that he says it, but I don't believe it for a second.
I was going to say, you don't look convinced by it.
No, I will invite him to watch again the game against Japan, and I think that there's a lot of teams that are more talented, and if you compare the last three winners he predicted, Germany in 2014, France in 2018 were outright favorites. 2022, okay, Argentina, you can say it's a bit of an outside bet. Now it's really an outside bet. If he gets it, we'll send him a bottle of champagne from the Netherlands for no problem at all.
Indeed.
Well, our team has arrived in the United States, and they've met with former Portugal defender and now turned manager Costinha. Our colleague Cédric Ferrat from our French channel asked him how he sees things playing out for France and Senegal tonight.
Senegal, c'est toujours une nation avec des grands joueurs.
Senegal have great players. Many began by playing in leagues in France.
Des bons clubs qui a le championnat français. Je crois que ça va être un début de championnat.
I think it could be a difficult start for European teams in this tournament because of the heat and also the number of games they've played this season.
Compétitions qu'ils ont eues toute cette saison. Mais en tout cas, je vois aussi une équipe de France motivée à pouvoir être.
But I see France as a side that has the motivation to reach the final again. So even though Senegal have a strong squad, when you come up against France, you have to be careful.
Ils vont jouer contre la France. Et quand tu joues contre la France, il faut se méfier.
Oh, that then happening just a couple of hours away. Well, French fans have been warming up. Take a look at these images coming from Times Square in New York. Take a look and take a listen. Are we missing out on something there, Ruben? Are we're not in with neither the Dutch army, the Orange Army, nor with the French fans over there. But clearly they've managed to bring some of the atmosphere to New York. And
there were even the Algerians were there, the Argentinians, because Algeria was also a fantastic game to look forward to. But at least there's a real football atmosphere, what they say in New York, so that's great. And
so something that we perhaps had stereotypes and thought that there wouldn't be much of a football atmosphere, but at least around the games it seems like there will be. We'll have more, of course, from our teams who will be telling us how things are happening down there on the ground. They've just arrived. Selena Sykes is over there covering the rest of the tournament for us. We'll leave things there for now, for today, but we'll be back tomorrow with another roundup of all the action from tonight, which we're all looking forward to watch. First game then, France versus Senegal, 9 p.m. Paris time. See you tomorrow, Annette, and see you tomorrow, both Ruben.
And you're in for a busy night. Thanks for that, James Fazina. And that's it for this coverage of the World Cup.